Thank you, Madam Chair. How important do you think it is, Mr. Kutz, as far as, how important a role does the possibility of punishment play in a good anti-fraud program? I mean, we've kind of danced around that, but a strong punishment program has to be, it has to be out there.
I think it's enormous. I mean, if you look across the government, we look at programs across the government, those programs that there are no consequences and no one ever is held accountable through prosecution or in firm suspension and debarment, those are the ones that are most vulnerable to something happening. So I believe it's critical.
What steps would you take to ensure that only qualified applicants, I mean, beyond what some of the things we've already talked about?
Well, I think that the Internet search...
Being firm.
Yeah, I think the Internet searches we're talking about, as the chairwoman said, I mean, if you did it for all several thousand here, that's an achievable thing. They take several minutes, and it may not catch everything, but certain obvious indicators would come out. And I'm a proponent of at least random unannounced site visits to these locations. I think that's a good practice. I think that, our experience is when you show up unannounced, you get a very different view than when you tell them you're coming. So those would be my two primary prevention techniques here.
And you may have already answered this, but given your background, how would you rate the SBA's aggressiveness in, in suspending federal debarment? How would
Well, I think it was at 0 before we started this, and I think it's moved towards 2, and today now it may be 3. If they suspended 4 more firms and 2 more individuals, maybe we're at 3, but it's not quite where we need to be.
That's a long ways from where we need to be.